When it comes to YouTube, there are countless creators who try to stand out. Some do it through clickbait, others through controversy. But then there's someone like Sketch, a creator who didn't need drama or over-the-top stunts to grab attention. He did it with creativity, consistency, and a personality so chaotic it was impossible to ignore. His style, unique. His delivery, hilarious. His content, instantly recognizable. But behind all the memes, screaming, and Roblox madness is a story that's just as entertaining as his videos. So let's talk about Sketch, the YouTuber who took randomness, added a sprinkle of talent, and built a fan base that absolutely loves him for it. The birth of Sketch, a creator who refused to be boring. Sketch, whose real name is Elijah, started his journey just like many others, young, ambitious, and trying to make people laugh on the internet. But he wasn't like every other creator trying to make it. He didn't follow trends just for the sake of popularity. He followed fun. And that right there is what set him apart. Sketch didn't come onto the scene trying to be the next PewDiePie or copy the biggest viral formula. He brought something weird and totally refreshing. Pure energy. When he talked, you listened. When he played Roblox, it wasn't just gameplay. It was a chaotic, hilarious narrative full of screaming, character voices, and absurd humor. He embraced being a total goofball, and fans loved it. In a world where everyone's trying to look cool or be edgy, Sketch leaned into the ridiculous and somehow made it cool. Roblox royalty. How Sketch became a giant in the blocky universe. If you say the word Roblox to any longtime fan of the platform, there's a good chance Sketch's name comes up right after. He didn't just play Roblox, he owned it. From obby challenges to simulator games and weird, obscure titles no one else dared to try, Sketch turned Roblox into a comedy playground. And what made him stand out in that crowded genre was how he treated every game like a new episode of a cartoon. He gave voices to characters, added sound effects, and pulled his viewers into a fully immersive, off-the-rails experience. Even simple games became laugh-out-loud adventures. His ability to turn chaos into content was elite. At one point, Sketch was pulling in millions of views per video, dominating the Roblox space while other creators were still figuring it out. He made a name for himself not just as a player, but as a performer. And trust me, there's a big difference. Real quick, what's your favorite Roblox memory from Sketch? Drop it in the comments, and let's see how many of us were scarred by that screaming purple guy. The Pals. A brotherhood of blocks and banter. It wouldn't be a real Sketch story without talking about the Pals. For those who don't know, the Pals were a YouTube squad made up of popular creators including Dennis, Alex, Sub, and of course Sketch and his twin brother Ethan. These guys were like the Avengers of Roblox. They created a wholesome but wildly funny universe that fans got obsessed with. Sketch was the unpredictable one, the wild card of the group. He brought the energy, the sound effects, and the chaos. Together, the Pals produced content that felt like you were watching your best friends goof around after school. They had chemistry that you can't fake. They laughed with the audience, not at them. Unfortunately, the group disbanded in 2019 after a falling out and some personal differences, and while the breakup hurt fans, it showed something important. Sketch could stand on his own. He didn't need a team to shine, he was the content. Solo grind. Evolving without losing the chaos. After the Pals broke up, some creators slowed down or struggled to find their footing again. Not Sketch. He kept his foot on the gas and continued doing what he does best, making people laugh. His solo content didn't skip a beat. If anything, it got even more unhinged. His thumbnails became weirder. His commentary got louder. His creativity became unfiltered. And somehow, it worked better than ever. This era proved just how strong Sketch's personal brand was. Fans didn't come for fancy editing or overhyped drama, they came for Sketch. The guy screaming in weird voices, slapping avatars, and turning Roblox into a comedy skit was the same guy they'd always loved. and his ability to adapt while staying true to his identity? That's rare on YouTube. Very few creators survive after a group breakup. Sketch didn't just survive, he thrived. The editing genius, chaos by design. Let's talk about Sketch's editing style for a second, because that is part of what makes him a standout. If you've ever watched one of his videos, you know it's like watching a cartoon. Quick cuts, exaggerated sound effects, zooms, and layers of voice acting that turn every moment into a joke. What seems chaotic on the surface is actually well-crafted madness. Sketch uses editing not just to emphasize his humor, but to amplify it. And the best part? It doesn't feel polished in a corporate way. It feels raw, real, and handcrafted, like someone who's just having fun and letting his imagination run wild. That DIY energy is what makes Sketch so lovable. He's not trying to be perfect. He's trying to make you laugh. And the more ridiculous it gets, the more memorable the experience becomes. If YouTube had an animation setting without actually animating anything, it would look like a Sketch video. Just my quick thought. If Sketch ever made a cartoon series, would you watch it? 'Cause honestly, we'd binge the entire season in a night. Loyalty to the fans. A creator who never forgot his day ones. Some YouTubers get big and forget the audience that got them there. Not Sketch. If you followed him for a while, you know how much he genuinely cares about his community. He constantly talks directly to fans in his videos, shouts them out, thanks them, and reminds them how much he appreciates their support. He's been open about burnout, real-life challenges, and moments when he didn't feel like making content. But he always came back because of his fans. That honesty is part of what makes Sketch so real. He doesn't fake it. He doesn't pretend every day is perfect. But he shows up, and that means a lot. Whether you're a kid who found him through Roblox or a longtime fan from the Pals era, Sketch makes you feel like you're in on the joke, part of the family. That kind of connection is priceless. Off the screen, Sketch beyond YouTube. While most of us know him through his YouTube antics, there's more to Sketch than just screaming avatars. He's also a twin, a storyteller, and a guy who values creativity in every part of life. Whether it's his side projects, art, or even experimenting with different content styles, Sketch constantly proves he's not one-dimensional. He's hinted at music, stories, and bigger creative visions beyond the Roblox space. And even though he's mostly stayed low-key on social media compared to other creators, fans know there's a thoughtful mind behind all the madness. Sketch isn't just a guy who makes weird videos. He's a creative powerhouse who could easily transition into animation, writing, or even directing if he wanted to. The possibilities are endless because he doesn't put himself in a box. He plays in the chaos, and that's where his brilliance shines. The legacy of Sketch, what he means to YouTube. In the world of YouTube, trends come and go. One year it's prank videos, the next it's mukbangs or NFTs, but Sketch has stayed true to himself through all of it, and that's what makes his legacy so solid. He didn't chase clout, he didn't sell out, he just kept being Sketch, and because of that, he's carved out a space that no one else can replicate. He made Roblox cool for kids and teens without making it cringe. He showed that humor doesn't need to be mean or edgy to be hilarious. He proved that consistency and creativity still matter. His content might be wild, but his story is grounded in something very real: hard work, originality, and connection. And that's the kind of legacy that lasts. So now it's your turn. What's your all-time favorite Sketch moment? Was it one of his chaotic edits, a classic Pals video, or something completely unhinged he did in a Roblox simulator? Tell us in the comments, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you're missing out on one of the most entertaining creators the platform has ever seen. Let us know who you want to see next. And hey, if Sketch taught us anything, it's that being yourself loudly is way better than trying to fit in.